Great. Thank you so much. Okay, a very good afternoon to all the Amrit stars over here. Guys, I want to introduce you. Welcome, first of all, welcome to our second session of Amrit Vani with our very own Minoti ma'am, whose book some of you have read. Um, so yes, Minoti ma'am, I'll just tell you a little bit about the school. So Amrit Vidyalaya is it's a very beautiful school, a very blessed, honestly saying school, of course, with our wonderful kids. It's 50 kilometers away from Vadodara in a place called Kalol. It's in a semi-rural area of Gujarat. And yeah, the school has been shining for 25 years now. And Amrit Vani series is an initiative taken by the school as a series to give our student exposure to like an out of the textbook exposure to real life challenges, to different academic fields and how people have shined, like learning from real life experiences of people outside textbooks.
Yes.
Yeah. Without taking much time, I will hand over the session to our moderators, Tanishka, Nishtha, and Vyoma, who are grade 8 students of Amrit Vidyalaya. Children, over to you. Thank you.
Sure.
Thank you, ma'am.
You'll always face defeats in game, but never let yourself be defeated.
Yes.
क्या बात, Nishtha. Very nice. What you thought. It's just amazing.
Hang on, you guys. We are here for some work. We have a lot of people waiting for us. So first, let's welcome them. Good evening to one and all present over here. Today, we three of us, Nishtha, Vyoma, and I, Tanishka, are going to take you all in a full toss journey.
And to take us on this journey today, we have Mrs. Minoti Desai ma'am. It's an honor and privilege to have her here. I'd like Vyoma to tell something about her.
Mrs. Minoti Desai ma'am is a former Test and One-Day international cricketer who represented India. She was born in Mumbai, hails from Gujarat, and was brought up in Indore. She is a left-handed batsman and the bowls left-arm orthodox. She played one Test match and one ODI for India. She works as an officer in the Ministry of Finance, Department of Revenue, and currently she resides in Gurugram.
She has written a very enduring book, She, the Cricketer. This fictional sports story revolves around a fiery teenager, Sonia, who is a charming, happy-go-lucky, strong-willed, passionate, and a very courageous girl. While growing up, she discovers a passion for cricket while she is playing, and she madly falls in love with it. She pursues a dream to play for the national cricket team of India. The book highlights how authorities in the game of cricket misuse their power and go to the extent of finishing the career of a potential and a very deserving batsman just for their own whims and fancies.
Now that we've heard a lot about her, it's an honor and privilege to have Mrs. Minoti Desai ma'am with us. Ma'am, we would like to hear a few words from you.
Hello, good evening, and I'm so delighted, happy, honored, and at the same time extremely fortunate to be here today because as much as I know about Amrit Vani and as much as I know about the founders, while a little bit of interaction that we have had so far, I understand that you all are getting an atmosphere which I would have, if I was given a chance to become a kid again, then probably this is what I would want, that besides study, you develop your overall personality, be it by means of sports or art or just loving nature or plain interaction or anything. Because for me, I mean, of course, I can only say from my own experience that studies are important, but rest of the things are equally important. So it's great to be amongst such bright, loving kids who are actually getting opportunity to develop themselves in all aspects of life. These are not just words. I'm not just saying words. I genuinely mean it, because I have met people who explained how your organization functions, and I'm very, very fortunate, and thank you for having me here. Thanks a lot. Really appreciate it. So yeah.
Thank you so much, ma'am.
um,
We are overflowing with a lot of questions in our minds, so we would like to dive straight into it.
yeah. First, you have to tell me I have to be honest, diplomatic, or a liar.
No, 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 ma'am. You have to be very honest, a bit
Okay.
frank too.
Okay, I will be frank. Don't worry. I'm born with that, so don't worry. It'll come naturally.
Yeah, ma'am. So,
Tell
ma'am,
me.
the book which you have written, She the Cricketer, we have gone through that book, and honestly, we were just able to finish half of it.
Yeah.
So, and after reading how much we have read from that, we felt it really fantastic, and also we were able to resonate with the character Sonia, right? So, Miss, she is a fiery teenager, self-willed, and passionate girl. But we are just curious to know that whether this character of Sonia, is it a fictional character, or is it something related to you as well? Can you please tell about it?
First of all, it's not fiery, because that will carry a very different meaning to all those who are listening. It's fiery. Okay. So that
Yeah.
means somebody who is full of fire in real sense, unseen fire, the passion, the willingness you have, the love you have to do things. So that is what it talks about. And yes, it is inspired. Obviously, though I've written it as fictional stories. Story. I beg your pardon, but yeah, it is inspired from my own life, and most of the incidences that I talk about are real life experiences by me. But due to some reasons, due to some there are parts which are controversial, and there are parts which could be which could put me in a difficult spot. So I had to write it as a fiction. So you can say 80 to 90% of the story is yeah, it's my story. Yes.
Wow, ma'am, that was such a great experience. Means you would have feel very good while writing the book, like again remembering the memories of your childhood and all.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, I had one question while reading the book. That what inspired you to write She the Cricketer?
Well, I genuinely feel that expression is a very powerful tool, whether it is verbal or physical, or any kind of semi-mixed gesture. So when you express, you're able to put across the things that actually are there within you. So writing for me, I'm told that I'm a decent writer. From my childhood, I used to write poems and stuff like that. But what really inspired me is that even though people close to me have known my life and how it has shaped up, but I wanted others, probably more students, more players, um, more of administrative side of cricket board that we have, because nobody wants to usually talk about things which can be controversial, so people prefer to keep quiet or be diplomatic about it. But I thought maybe in parts even I have been diplomatic, in the sense that I completely withdrew from doing what I was doing. But looking back today, I feel that was quitting is not the option. you know Problem solving can only happen when you face things, when you face a situation. So yeah, but in a way that I just wanted to express my entire journey. I wanted people to know about it, and those who don't know me also, like say three of you happen to read, even if it has motivated you, forget inspired you, it has motivated you in the smallest bit. That does the purpose for me. So yeah, yeah.
Really, ma'am, whatever you say, it's very inspirational. Thank you for that.
Yeah.
Now, ma'am, after hearing this, I have one question. Like, it's really burning. Something inside me is burning, and I really have to ask you this. Ma'am, what were your first thoughts when you first joined the senior Indian women's cricket squad?
Um, it was, I can't put it today when I look back. I had goosebumps physically, yeah. And I was extremely happy, extremely happy. I don't think I have been happier than that before that moment, because that is what I always wanted. I always wanted to represent India, and when that happened, it was for me as if, you've gotten what you want. So that is exactly how I felt that minute. Yeah.
So,
Thank
ma'am,
you.
sorry. So, ma'am, you mean to say that it is the time that we stop labeling or calling the cricket as a gentleman's team or game?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, of course, it is no more gentleman's game. It is cricket. And then we address it as men's cricket or women cricket. That's the huge turnaround that has happened. And it's no more a gentleman's game. So, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you, ma'am.
Sure.
When there's a question, like we have heard a lot, many stories that wherein a female has to make so many sacrifices and she has to make so many adjustments, especially when she is taking a career for sports fit. So, just want to know that how was the acceptance amongst your family or your close people when you told them that you decided to take cricket as your full-time career?
Well, I think I've been very fortunate because it's extremely important that people around you understand your passion no matter what you do, whether it is cricket or whether it is anything else which is not the usual league stuff. Because what happens is that parent usually want to go as what most people are doing, like say, let's talk about studies. So everybody wants their kids to come first or second or third. I mean, of course, you guys are exception where you are developing your personality overall, and which is a great thing. But yes, I was very fortunate that I was born in a family which was very progressive. And forget cricket, those days people, even women or girl playing was not a very in thing. Of course, you could go out from the house and you could play at the grassroots level in colony or somewhere, but taking something up and giving few hours was difficult. But yes, I was very, very lucky that my parents and my family was very supportive. But I'll also give credit to my own self that I was very clear that this is what I wanted to do. So had somebody told me, if I had opposition also from people around me, I would have still gone for it because I believed in it. I believed that I can do it. So yeah.
So you are very
So, ma'am,
straightforward. So, ma'am,
yeah.
a question that in your family, you told that your family was very supportive. So,
Yes.
majorly, who was the person who supported you a lot? Like he or she might have the one person who helped in thorough your all the thorough journey, your whole journey of your life,
My
like the
father,
cricket.
my father.
He supported you a lot. Wow.
Yes. I
So,
mean,
ma'am, yeah, ma'am, please continue.
no, I mean, I lost him very early. When I was 20, I wrote in the book also. It was a very unfortunate thing that I lost him, but the entire career or the making up of a career, because cricket happens to be a very expensive game. And at least today you have the support from school or from, your friends or if you play up to a certain level, then from your club or anywhere. But those days to afford cricket was not a very viable thing for any family. But yeah, he encouraged me, and yeah, that's it. So I have been very lucky, yes. So.
So, ma'am, how did you manage this school studies and these cricket matches also? How did you manage this all very easily? Is it was easy or something difficult?
No, it
Like we are
wasn't.
not able to do the exam only. That when the exam comes, we forgot that okay, it's exam now. We need to study. So how did you handle cricket also?
See, I really think that anything that you do, that if there is passion, things become easy. Okay, and focus comes automatically. If you notice anything around you, suppose you're in class 8 and you're suddenly thrown into cooking, supposingly, and you don't like it, then you will need more energy. You know, probably you'll have to do because you have to please your teacher or your mother or your father. You have to prove a point, but you're not passionate about it. So that always takes more time, more energy, and it tires you at the end. You don't enjoy it. You would have done a task, but you don't enjoy it. But since I was so passionate about cricket, I was just told by my father that you play, we don't mind, but you have to balance other things, like say studies. So I was not a great student. I was average. Uh, like my interest was not there in studies, but I knew that okay, I have to uh, attend or achieve this many marks, and at the same time, I was obviously passionate about cricket. So I learned my own way to handle both. You know, so because it would require many more hours than an average kid of my age, because they would have the school timing and that's about it. Then they had all the time to study or do whatever they wanted to. But for me, when I remember when I was in class ninth, ever since then, I used to give almost 6 hours a day to cricket, whether it was a physical thing or whether it was any physical activity, or it also required me to cycle every day for 1.5 hours to go to my destination. Including that, if you really count, then it used to be 6, 7 hours. So I guess I disciplined myself very early in life. I compartmented my priorities, that okay, I want to play also, but at the same time I have to study also, and at the same time I didn't want to miss out on my fun in the school, or enjoy with my friends. So I guess I did everything. I looking back, yes, there were few things that I had to really sacrifice, like I don't remember ever sleeping very late, you know, because I had to wake up every day at quarter to 5, right from the age of 13, 14 years, because I had to wake up and 5:15 I would leave the house and take my cycle, then cycle to the ground. So I could not afford to be awake after 9, 9:30. I would go to sleep. And I never remember, even later years, say when I was in college, I never went for a night show, a movie, because that again would end late and then that would disturb my entire next day. I never went for parties because, again, same thing, even if I was to go somewhere to some birthday party or gathering, I would ensure that I'm back home in time, so that I can, have my share of sleep, and then I'm ready to do what I like most, waking up and going for practice. So yeah, that is it.
Yes, ma'am. So it's really nice about how you were passionate about cricket, and now that we heard about you loving cricket so much and you deciding it to be a career, ma'am, if it wasn't cricket, what other sport would you have chosen?
Lawn tennis. I would have played tennis. I really like it, yeah. And also, I have to say this to you that before I concluded that this is what I enjoyed most, I went through my own journey of discovering what I really like, because I have played table tennis, I have played kho, I have played basketball, I have played baseball. I have gone for a camp of badminton. So I liked it. Uh, I liked sports, but I was not passionate. So basically, what I'm trying to say is that sometimes at your age or when I was your age, then uh, the first thing that you do may not be uh, what you're passionate about, you know, or what really you enjoy. It could just be thrown at you. Supposingly a drawing class, you know, it's thrown at you and you have to attend a drawing class. So you may not enjoy it, but the other person might enjoy it, right? So you have to keep doing various things to actually conclude what you really enjoy the most, you know. So just because your friend has chosen a certain thing, it may not be that you also like it or you also excel in it. So basically, it's your own choice that you have to learn to make, you know, especially when it comes to passion or especially when it comes to doing things that I'll give you an example that one of my very close friends, she has two daughters. So the elder one is, she has always exposed them equally to all the things, you know, both are given the chance. So say drawing. So the elder one is extremely passionate about it. She can sit for hours and do it, and the younger one likes playing lawn tennis. You know, she started playing when she was 5. So if you take the elder one, it's not that she didn't go there, she went, but eventually she discovered that this is not what she likes. So like that, what I'm trying to say is that besides what you usually told, you yourself have to try and really do things. Some things you'll have to do, you know, like say an art class or a sports class or academic class, you know. Those things, like I said, that for me, study was something which my mind had acquired, that I have to do this because I want to do the other thing also, you know. So I was very clear that I do not want to be an uneducated person. I want to be educated. So I, along with education, I have to do my own passion thing. So like that in life, there would be many things that will come across. So you'll have to experiment to really conclude whether you like it or don't like it, or you enjoy it or you don't enjoy it. So me, I wish that I was a child again and I could just be with you all in a group, and then we could probably together discover that, okay, let's try this, so let's try that. So uh, it's like having a new platter of food, you know, which you never seen and had. So what do? Just by the color, you cannot say I don't like it, or just by the smell, you cannot really like it. So you have to try everything, you know. You have to try and then make your own conclusion that, okay, this I enjoy, this I'll prefer not to have, you know, this I want to have more. So it's very important that we are open to doing new things, you know, something that you have not done. You might have elder sister, you might have elder brother who do certain things which they like. So that may not necessarily be what you also like, right? It could be that you also like it, but it could also be that you like something else. So it's perfectly all right to have different choices. This is what I'm trying to say. Because had I been told by my father that, look, women, girls don't play cricket, I would never have been a cricketer, right? So he allowed me to do what I thought I could do. And before I concluded that this is cricket for me, I did 100 different things, you know. So uh, take your time, and you know, you have to be persistent with what you like, and you have to give time and energy and passion to it. Yes.
Ma'am, we look
Is
to
it too
your
heavy?
passion.
Is it too heavy for
No,
you?
no, 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 no,
No.
ma'am.
Oh
It is
no.
feeling very engaging. Like it, the
Yes,
answer is
ma'am, it's so
very fine.
inspirational.
Yes.
Yes.
So, ma'am,
Mhm.
now we look to your passion. There is one student of our school who is
Yeah.
asking you that which is your favorite movie.
My favorite movie is Chak De.
That's mine too.
Yeah, and another movie which I really recently saw is this on Venus Sisters, um, King Richard, right? Or King Williams, I think. It's on Serena Williams and when they were
Yes,
young and
yes.
how the father really took them around and all.
Yeah.
That really, I really like that movie. And I really like the, you know, um, the faith that the father had in his own kids. It's very important. So, yeah. It's very important. But sometimes parents believe in you, sometimes they don't. So you don't have to feel dejected or you don't have to, because they don't know. They don't know. Once you become that, what you think that you can become, they will only appreciate it. So there's nothing wrong if they reject your choices or if they say, no, 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 don't do this. It's all right. Everybody is entitled to have their own opinions. So,
Thank
Yes,
you.
ma'am. That
Very
is
well said, ma'am.
yeah.
yes.
Thank you, Minoti, for adding that we do have parents also in the window, and parents might be feeling a bit anxious that now that ma'am has said that parents should cooperate and they should talk about, they should support their children. Good that you have brought this point also.
Yeah, because I really think that it's very and also I personally feel that parents' apprehension is also what do you say? It's not inappropriate because like my sister was a scholar, she was always a topper. And I still remember in school, my teachers would say, I mean, look at your sister. What is she? How is she doing? And look at yourself. But I would look, I would listen, but I never put myself down with that comment because I knew what I was doing. I continued having faith in my own self. Sometimes you might feel shaky. Sometimes, you might get dejected. Sometimes you might start wondering that what you're doing is not right. But eventually, at the end of the day, you will always know whether what you're doing is right or not. Even about habits, why we are talking only sports. When you pick up a habit, say you gotten used to having chocolates, too many chocolates. So your parents would have told you, your teachers would have told you, whether yes or no, that's a different thing. But you will always know that having one is okay. The minute you'll have what you think is more than required, your heart will always tell you that no, I don't think I should be eating more. So always, always, though it's a little, what do you say, uh, heavy thing to say, but always listen to yourself. You know, like when we are playing, sometimes your friends say, come on, let's play. And your body tells you that you are tired, you can't get up, you know. So, how you listen to yourself and you say that, no, I can't play, I'm tired, I need water. Same way in every situation, you'll always have an inner voice, you know. You have to just learn to listen to it. Yes.
Yes, ma'am. That's very true. Ma'am, we've heard that whatever comes from something. So I want to ask you that who was your inspiration?
Well, my grandfather, he really inspired me a lot. I always envied him, and I always, even though I was a girl, I always wanted to be like him. So what I did is, since I could not become from a female to a male, I started copying him in habits. Like he was a very disciplined person. Uh, he would always follow his regime, you know, no matter who is the guest. It was time for him to sleep at 9 o'clock. He will just say, excuse me, he'll get up, he'll go and do. I think when I started playing, I started doing the same thing. No matter what the incident, what the guests are, what party, what, I would just say, no, I can't do it. I have to sleep. So, that way. So, of course, besides many other great qualities that he had, but I think I was very influenced by him. Yes. And I was very fortunate that I live with him and I could pick up few things and habits from him. So, yes.
So, ma'am, Thank you so much for telling this much and giving us more motivation quotes. So I would like to ask you that how does it feel to play for our country?
Come
How
again.
did you feel it?
Sorry,
How
how
did
did
you
I?
feel to play for
Yeah.
your? How did you feel? How did you feel to play for our country, India?
Like, what was the feeling, or when did I decide to play? What is the question?
No. How
Ma'am,
did
what
you
was your
feel? What was the
feeling?
feeling that came into your hearts? Yeah.
You see, there are two things. Let me just, divide it into two. When I started cricket, of course, I liked it. I was very passionate, but I did not have a clear-cut goal that where do I want to reach. Okay. I used to, I mean, I continued with cricket because I enjoyed it more than other sports, right? So I remember once I'd gone to my ground, I'd skipped practice for many days. I was busy, just loitering and doing time pass and all that. So when I went to the ground, then one of my seniors, she told me that, look, here, this is the India player. She doesn't need to practice. And that really hurt me. It really pinched me. I mean, I took it as a challenge that uh, I I will play for India one day. That was actually a turn. Though she said out of sarcasm, but somewhere she was right. That I had that attitude that I don't need to practice, that I can come and go whenever I want to, and that really helped me change. Having a changed approach, and I became very sincere, and I started practicing very religiously, and I was very focused, and I was not affected by what people would say, or you know but if you talk about the feeling that how I felt when I played for India, obviously, I mean, it was on top of the world. It is the I mean, I really, even it has been so many years, but that thinking of that moment still thrills me and excites me, and yeah, I'm very proud of it. Yeah. So
Wow, ma'am, that was very inspirational. So, ma'am, I had a
yes.
question that, as you told that you are very passionate about cricket. So, how cricket helped you to grow as a very successful person? What
I
it
think
taught you?
it taught me many things. Basically, to start with, it taught me to appreciate things, small things. It taught me to appreciate my own people. As in, I don't think till I went out of the house and I live with other people, I realized how much my own people love me, my parents or my sister or my brother or my grandparents. And because when I started traveling, say, I never had tea before I left the house for the first trip. I was in class 8th when I went somewhere to play. I mean, I was the junior most, and we reached that time we used to travel third class, and we just to probably just have 2 3 berths, and we had to share. And mm, I mean, I remember that entire night I had to just sit. I could not sleep because there were no berths. Women's cricket those days was very poor organization. There was no money. So then I asked that I want to have milk. So everybody started, my seniors, they started laughing. So they said, घर जाके पीना, यहाँ पे सिर्फ चाय मिलेगी. So I think it taught me to adjust. It really made me a tougher person because I was exposed to lot many things. And usually in house you have comfort, you have choices, you throw tantrums that I want to eat this, I don't want to eat this. But when you're out, and when you're offered fixed food, and different kind of people and everything, then you tend to adjust, and you tend to learn, and you also tend to appreciate how much your parents care for you, and uh, what all you have in the house, even if it's the small thing, like a glass of milk. So that was one thing. And of course it made me a very disciplined person, like I've been saying. And I think it also made me a very focused person. I learned to have my own, set my own goals, targets, and I also learned to deal with failures, because not every time I would score runs or I would get picked up. And then I learned to uh, see the lifestyle of other people. Besides, like I come from Madhya Pradesh, so they live in a particular way, they have a particular way of eating. I belong to a Gujarati family, so we have our own way of eating. So things like that. But I think most importantly, what I really learned is that, uh, though I do believe in luck, I do believe that sometimes things work and sometimes things don't work. But I think I got a mission for life. Ever since I played and even till now, I have realized that the passion in me is still intact. The format could have changed, as in from sports. It might, like, if I'm talking to you, you will find that I'm here 100%. I'm not thinking about anything else. And when that happens, then you really enjoy moment to moment conversation, spending time with people, or anything that I do today, I do with a lot of passion. So I really think that that is probably, something which I take a lot of pride in, that it's very important to do and enjoy day-to-day things. It's not like a routine that, you're getting up. And yeah, sometimes there are days when, oh my God, I don't want to go to office. You do feel like that. I do feel like that. But most of the times, I look forward to doing things. And of course, it gave me my job. The job I'm into, I got because of sports, and it gave me a lot of experiences in life, and it gave me uh, exposure. Today, the fact that I'm talking to you guys, it wouldn't have been if it was not for cricket, right? So I would have been just another person for you. So the list is endless. There's so much. I'm still discovering what all I've gotten. So yeah. So that's it.
Thank you, ma'am. There are a
That,
lot of questions coming in the chat.
Yes. Sure.
yes, ma'am. One of our audience really wanted to ask that what was your basically your idea for making the book She the Cricketer? From Miss, what was the basic idea?
It was to narrate a true story. It was to narrate that, even sometimes in life, even when we are all set to achieve something that we think that we should achieve, or we might achieve, or we deserve, we may not get it. You know. But what's important is that, I mean, the moral of the story is that I fell. I was all set. I thought in my mind, I was always given a feedback that I'm somebody who will lead India one day. I'll become Indian team's captain because I played for India very early. But the fact is that I just played one test match, and I just played one day international. There was a gap. There was a gap of 5 years between when I played and the next series. And the next series that happened when I was 21, 22, I got dropped. In spite of having scored the maximum runs in domestic cricket, I got dropped. That is a subject of debate, why I got dropped, or whether I should have been dropped or not dropped. But what I learned is that we always may not go or achieve the goals. What is really important is that the journey, you know, the journey should continue. You should keep doing things, right? Suppose I have a fracture and I had dislocation of my shoulder, and I was told by the doctor that forget playing. He told me that you may not be, even those days you didn't have these surgeries and all that you have. But I decided in my mind that I will play again. So basically, the story is that everything is possible to achieve. Okay. And even for some reason, for some circumstances, for some constraint, for some conditions, if one is not able to achieve the goal that one has set, okay, it's not the end of the world. You can always make a new beginning, right? You understand what I'm saying? So there is a
Yes.
race. You have
Yes,
run the
ma'am.
race.
Yes, ma'am.
You have lost coming first by say split of a second. And then you say, oh my God, I'm not going to ever run again. So your chances become zero. And worst are those who don't run at all. They stand in the sides and watch runners because they are so afraid to take a chance that what if I lose? That question is hovering so strongly on their mind that they don't want to participate. You'll find amongst yourself also, there'll be many kids who will not participate only. Because what if teacher rejects it? What if it is not good? What, if people laugh? What if my friends laugh? Nothing happens. What you think about yourself, that is what matters at the end of the day. As long as you participate, I've always said this and I'll say it one more time. Participate in everything that you have opportunity, participate irrespective of the result. You win, it is excellent. If you lose, you still have another chance, right? You'll have the chance to do the analysis that the other participant probably they did better, or probably I did not do as well as I could do. Probably your potential is 90%, but you gave only 70, and somebody who won is 82. So that means if you achieve your best potential, which is 90, you'll do better than anybody else. But I've always said this, it does not matter whether you lose or you win. What matters is that you take part. That is what it is. You all are so fortunate that you got environment, that you got teachers, that you got parents, that you have a support system. I don't want to show you the flip side of life, but look at people who don't know what is a book. There are kids. I'm sure you go with your parents on scooter, in cars, you see people around you. You all are so fortunate. Take advantage of that. Learn to appreciate the smallest thing from today. Every day, find a way which you genuinely think has happened to you, which has not happened to somebody else. Say a glass of milk. There are thousands and hundreds who don't even get water. You're getting a glass of milk. So learn to say thank you. Okay? Don't take your parents for granted. Even if your mother, your father, anybody gives you something, drops you to school, picks you up from school, or provide you with things, learn to appreciate. Learn to have gratitude towards your friends, towards your teachers, towards your parents, towards your neighbors, everybody. The more you'll appreciate, start observing right now. Start observing. There are 10 things in your room which you probably really like. Focus on what is good. Focus on what you like. Focus on what you can do rather than focusing on, I don't like this, I don't want this, I can't do this. You understand? The minute
Yes.
you change your perception to look at things, to look at people, to look at small things, you will start enjoying everything. Whether it is, you ask me, why, how could I study? Because I was so passionate about doing what I wanted to do. I thought this is the biggest thing. I've got the best thing in life that I have an opportunity to play. The rest of the things became very easy for me to do, right? Yeah. Okay. Good.
Yes. So, ma'am, there are a lot of questions, and one question which is came, it's from Pranchi, that were you the first woman in your family to follow what you wanted to do, like your goals? you want to follow. So were you the first woman in your family to follow your path?
I would think so. Yes.
So you were the first. So like how did you felt when you actually achieved your goal after so many this politics and all?
I think like I have been saying that you want something and you get it, so that's about it, you know. Though you're not sure, while I was trying to be there, uh, you don't know. It's like having a you know, translucent picture of what you want and you're not sure. So suddenly when you achieve it, there is thrill, there is excitement, there is you know, uh, yeah, I mean, you actually, I don't know what exactly would be the word, but it's very satisfying. Yeah, you feel very happy about it. Yes.
Yes.
More questions? You can ask me. Mohita, any
Yes,
question
ma'am.
that
We have.
I'm missing?
Just checking with them only.
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah.
There's
Sure.
Yes, ma'am. There's one last question we'd like to ask you, which is, ma'am, what was your special or one of your favorite memories from your childhood cricket? Like while you were playing cricket, one special memory.
You cannot forget that. Like in your whole life, you cannot forget that memory. That has a very special
Yes, ma'am.
place
It's
in
a
your heart.
special thing.
So you talking only childhood or like entire career or what?
Ma'am, you can
Entire
tell
career,
anything.
ma'am.
Okay, so
Yes.
I have to tell you this. So basically, when I got dropped from the Indian team because of politics or whatever, that time I used to work for Indian Railways. Okay. And I mean, Indian Railways gave me a job to play for them. So I realized that if I play for Railways, I will not be able to score runs as many as I'm capable of. So I decided to quit the job, you know. So everybody said, "Oh, she's gone crazy." You know how who lives such a those days nobody got job because of sports, you know, women's cricket, nobody provided jobs. So everybody said, "Oh, it's a government job and how can you quit and whatever, whatever." But my mother, she told me that my father had passed away when I resigned. So she told me that if you really think that you want to quit and you have something else in mind, you quit. So I quit that. Then 1 year I was just doing freelance work. I was writing articles to earn my pocket money, you know. And at the same time I was playing. And then I played for my state, you know. Railways, if you play for railways, obviously you are not allowed to play for your state. Like, you know, I was originally from Madhya Pradesh, so I played for my state women's cricket team and senior nationals. Now railways were champions for 9 years. Okay, when I quit. 9 consecutive years. Nobody had ever beaten Indian Railways. They had 12 India players, 12, you know. Out of 16, they had 12 members who were representing Indian team. And my team had nobody. As in, our average age of my team, I was that time 22. And average age of my team was 18 years, you know. There was no India player. I was the only one, that also ex-India player. So that tournament that we played, the most prestigious tournament, which is senior nationals, which is like Ranji Trophy. But I always have had a very clear mind, you know. I'm very focused and I believe a lot in visualizing things, you know. We probably if Mohita gives me chance, will I'll want to do another session and I'll teach you the power of visualization. You know, that's totally a different plane, which I'll take you to one day. But so I would always believe that I can do something different, you know. So that tournament, we were suppose like before that tournament, we were always out in first or two round, you know, that MP team never reached even semi-finals. That tournament, we not only reached finals, we played railways and the match We scored 200 runs, 204 in first innings, and Railways scored 204 for 9. Okay. Even then, I never stopped believing that my team will be winner. And the 10th wicket fell because it was a run out. So both the teams stood equal, right? We were 204. So we were joint winners. So that is the day I actually realized how powerful your mind is. And that moment was for me living a moment which I had already seen before. You know, you already visualize that. Like when you paint, what do? When you make a drawing, what do? First, you think it, then you pick up the instrument, your pen or pencil, and then you draw it, then you color it, right? So mind is same. Whatever you tell your mind with conviction and with clarity, you will always achieve it. That's another mantra. There can be another class on that, but that will be later. So yeah. So that was the most thrilling moment for me. That is when I discovered, even today, like, my entire life is based on my mind power. Everything I do. Those days I used to think that, of course, before this victory, that, like I had very unfortunate incidences. Like I lost my brother out of accidental death, my father, I lost my shoulder, I lost my India place, I lost my job. And, there were so many things. So those days I used to wonder why all these things are happening to me, But I wish that what I know today, I had known then. Then I could have created my own world. Of course, few things are beyond you. Few things are not in our hand. Like I've been saying repeatedly, that there are things which happen because of so many external factors. But most of the time, you are the driver, right? Whether it's a bike, cycle, motorcycle, or when your father or mother, they drive the car, the wheel. The wheels are led by the steering. Okay. The rest all is just what it looks like. What drives the car? Actually, the steering, right? So your mind is the steering of everything. So now you have to decide which way to take your steering. It's up to you. That is the mantra I got that day. And that was the most exciting moment of my life. Good? Sounds good?
Yes,
Yes,
ma'am.
ma'am. It's
Really
amazing.
Sounds superb, Minoti. Girls, do we have some more questions, or are we done with the questions? And I think
Ma'am,
we
I
can.
have just one question.
Yeah,
The
sure, sure.
last one.
Okay,
That
Minoti, it's
when
already 5:56. I hope you are fine. Just taking few more
Yes,
minutes.
ma'am. We'll be done after this.
No, please. I mean, it's fine. It's absolutely fine. Yeah.
Wonderful. Yeah.
Yes, ma'am.
so, ma'am, means what thought came into your mind when you write the book title as She the Cricket? Like, why not women cricket or international women cricket or something like that?
No, because
Why the title?
because I have grown up hearing that when people would talk about me, suppose somebody was to say Minoti, so they'll say, oh, wo cricketer, wo ladki jo cricket khelti hai. So that was in Hindi. So it just stuck
Yes.
in my mind, So I just wrote She the Cricketer. That's it. There's no male or female agenda here that I wanted to emphasize on women play or nothing. I just remember that everybody would say, oh, that cricketer, you know. Even today in my city, when somebody says my name, they'll always say, oh, she jo cricket khelti thi wohi. So that is how it is, She the Cricketer. So yeah.
So means it was just basically that you translated the English one which was stuck in your
Yeah,
mind.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, of course, many people have done the interruption. I mean, the interpretation of that as that I want to emphasize on women cricket having been, equal to men's cricket now, and I'm emphasizing on women cricket getting importance. But honestly, it never made any difference to me whether that time we got money or not money or anything. what mattered to me is that I was doing what I'm passionate about. And yeah, that's it.
So, ma'am, like here's the end of the questions which we have, and
Oh, I'm feeling
we
so
also
sad.
not feel because we were very we were very interacted with you. We were very feeling very good.
Oh.
So we know that the thing which has a beginning, it has also has an end, and it is a life. So hence we end this full toss question and
No,
answer round.
but when there is a beginning and there is end, that means you have another beginning to go for.
Yes, means there's hope. So,
So I
ma'am,
hope I
like
hope to see you guys again.
yes, ma'am, like you spend it a lot of your time with us, and we also loved it. So we have a very small gift to you. Like means it
Oh,
is very small if we see by our eyes.
Yes,
Like
ma'am. It's
it's
not
very
that.
small, but
Yes,
Yes.
ma'am.
yeah,
We hope that you'll like it the most.
yes,
Yes.
it's a
oh.
small way of gratitude.
You singing a song for me?
Like
That's
something like that only.
oh,
Yeah.
that's so sweet. Okay, okay, okay. That's very nice.
Can you see it?
Yes, we can. Uh,
You need to start it. Yes.
Computer.
It's not moving.
Oh, that's so sweet.
One second, guys. Have you added any audio to it? Because we are not able to hear the audio.
Yes, we are not able to hear the
Is
audio
there
this
an
time.
audio?
Yes,
Okay,
Nisha,
okay.
please share the order.
Yeah, can you pause the video for 1 second? I'll just tell you the settings. Yeah, when you're sharing the video, in the top you will see that share for when you will see the share screen wala option. There, if you click, you will see that share with computer audio option coming. Did you find that setting over there?
If
1
it's
second.
not, then I'll share it, Mr. Reddy.
So when you share the screen, in the top of the screen, you will see options related to share screen, right? So there, click on those options. You will see a drop down list. In that list, you will get the option of share with audio, share computer audio.
No, I can't find it. Tanishka, can you share?
Yes, I will.
सारे जहां से प्यारी मेरे भारत की बेटी है, सारे जहां पे भारी मेरे भारत की बेटी, दिल जान है शान हमारी मेरे भारत की बेटी, जीती रहो जीतती रहो।
जो लोग मेहनत का साथ नहीं छोड़ते, किस्मत कभी उनका हाथ नहीं छोड़ती।
जो तेरे नैनों से टपके हर आंसू है अपना, जो तेरे होठों पे ठहरे वो गीत अब अपना।
तुम कमजोर हो गुंजन, और डिफेंस में कमजोरी के लिए कोई जगह नहीं।
जो सीना तान के तू चल दे उठता है सर अपना, जा जी ले अपनी जिंदड़ी, सर पर हाथ है अपना, तेरा जो भी है सपना अब जिम्मा है अपना।
Oh, that was so beautiful. Thank you. I wish I could hug each one of you and say thank you.
No, ma'am, thanks to you for
No, genuinely,
answering
I
this
mean,
question.
I'm
Ma'am,
so
because
touched.
whatever you said, it was so motivational, not only for us, but also the younger ones.
Yes, it's roaming
Yes,
in
it
the
was
mind
so
right
accurate.
now.
Oh, that's so sweet. And I mean, I loved interacting with you guys. Thank you so much. I know it genuinely, I mean, you gave me an opportunity to talk to them, and it has been so nice. It has been so nice, really.
Thanks to you, Minoti, for accepting our invitation and addressing us. This was totally commendable session. It came all straight from the heart. I really loved it. Really, really loved it. I did not know that our journey will come together this way. We will walk our path someday like this. And I'm absolutely in gratitude for that. You have touched all the human values also in your conversation, where have you talked about discipline, about uh, participating in things, about gratitude and everything. So you have covered everything. And I'm sure our students are going to take a lot from this session. They are absolutely fortunate to have you in this session today. And I would also like to thank Kavish sir for introducing this idea of Amrit Vani and making our students, enabling our students to have believe in power of conversations. Vipin sir, our principal, they both of them could not join today's session, Kavish sir and Vipin sir, because they had some important meeting come up.
Okay.
And thanks to all our teachers, thanks to Madhurya, who has been running here and there to make these sessions successful. She is the CEO office. And thanks to Anita ma'am, who is the head of department, English department head. She has been working with these students, these three girls. They have been absolutely, absolutely wonderful with their questions and their preparation and everything.
Yeah.
And thanks to all the teachers, all the students, and all the participations, all the participants for making this session a wonderful one. This is going to be a memorable session. And yes, Minoti ma'am, you asked for as one more round of a session for this power of to introduce power of visualization to our children. You are most welcome for that. We will definitely get back to you very
Yeah,
soon.
thank you.
Yeah.
Thanks a lot. Thank you so much. And really, it has been extremely, I mean, of course, the three little girls that spoke, and you were very spontaneous and very good. And I'm sure all your schoolmates and your classmates and everybody is more or less, equipped to do what you have done today. But I really want to say thank you from the bottom of my heart. And I just want to say one thing, that, we all have one life, and we should make most of it, and enjoy every bit of it, whether it is studies or anything, just enjoy it and be happy. And life is beautiful. And let's, if you just take one thing from the session today, I'll be the happiest person, that once you shut this video in the room, just look around and, you know, appreciate five things around you. And yeah, that'll be my job done. So thank you. And may you have all the success. And success is not in terms of trophies and shields or anything. Success is, when you feel happy about doing something. The prizes come later. It's like birthday. If nobody gives you birthday gifts, does not mean it's not your birthday. It is your birthday. So same way, when you participate, the joy you feel, that nobody can take it away. Prizes one may get or may not get. So yeah, participate, participate, participate. Bye.
Yes, ma'am. One of the success for us was being able to talk to you. Thank you, ma'am.
Thanks a lot. Take care. Take care. Bye.
Thank you,
Bye,
ma'am.
ma'am.
Bye.
Have a
Have a
nice
great
day.
day.
Lots of love. Lots of love. Bye.
Bye, ma'am.
Bye. Bye. Take care.
So Madhurya ma'am has shared one link with you all, and your teachers will be sharing in your WhatsApp groups also. So all of you need to fill up the form. Okay, thank you. Bye-bye. Bye, everyone.
Bye, ma'am.